Once upon a time, in the land of Egypt, the Israelites found themselves living as slaves under the harsh rule of Pharaoh. They toiled day and night, yearning for freedom and the promise of a better life in the land God had promised them. Under the leadership of Moses, a man chosen by God himself, they held on to a hope that one day they would break free from their chains. Moses was a man of faith, raised in the Pharaoh's palace, yet driven by a divine purpose. He had returned to Egypt after a long exile, bearing a simple yet powerful message from God: "Let my people go." However, Pharaoh's heart was hardened, and he refused to release the Israelites. This denial led to a series of plagues that afflicted Egypt, each plague worse than the last, from rivers turned to blood to swarms of locusts. Finally, after the devastating 10th plague, where the firstborn of every Egyptian family perished, Pharaoh relented. The Israelites quickly gathered their belongings, food, and livestock and set out for freedom, leaving Egypt in haste. But Pharaoh, soon gripped by regret and anger, amassed his army to pursue them and bring them back. The Israelites, guided by a pillar of cloud by day and a pillar of fire by night, reached the shores of the Red Sea. As they camped by the water's edge, the rumble of the Egyptian chariots grew louder behind them. Fear and panic spread among the people. They turned to Moses, their leader, crying out in despair. Moses, with steadfast faith, reassured them, "Do not be afraid. Stand firm, and you will see the deliverance the Lord will bring you today." Moses stretched out his hand over the mighty waters, and God caused a strong east wind to blow all night, parting the sea and turning the seabed into dry land. The waters stood like walls on both sides, creating a path for the Israelites to cross. In awe and wonder, they hurried through, marching toward the distant shore. The Egyptians, emboldened and driven by Pharaoh's command, plunged into the path the Israelites had taken. But as the last foot of the Israelites reached safety on the opposite bank, Moses once again stretched out his hand. The walls of water collapsed with a thunderous roar, engulfing the Egyptian army and their chariots in the sea. The people were overwhelmed with gratitude and amazement at their deliverance. On the far shore, they sang songs of praise to God, thanking Him for His mighty acts of salvation and the freedom they had received. They danced and celebrated, led by Miriam, Moses' sister, who sang and played the tambourine. For the Israelites, this journey across the Red Sea was the beginning of a new chapter in their history. A journey through the wilderness toward a land of promise, hope, and renewed faith, led by Moses and guided by the watchful, ever-present eye of God. It was a testament to their resilience and the enduring promise that they were not alone in their struggles. The Red Sea was a pivotal moment, a defining chapter in their story of liberation, courage, and faith.